I got the news today. Didn't know what to say, so I just hung up the phone. I took a walk to clear my head. This is where the walking led. I can't believe you're really gone. I don't feel like going home, so I'm gonna just sit right here on the edge of this field and watch the sunset disappear and drink a beer. Funny how the good ones go, too soon the good Lord knows reasons why I get. Sometimes a greater plan is kind of hard to understand. Right now it don't make much sense. I can't make it all make sense, so I'm gonna sit right here edge of this field, watch the sunset disappear and drink a beer. So all the time that we used to do. So I'm gonna just sit right here, edge of this field, and watch the sunset disappear and drink a beer. Hey, how you doing out there, Guitar Heroes? All right, we got a little Bryan today from 2013, A Drink of Beer. Evidently, Chris Stapleton was a co-writer with somebody by the name of Beavers on this tune. And the original key using these chords would be a capo 1. And I can just barely hit a couple of those notes, and I'm in standard tuning. So original key want to be standard tuning capo 1. Okay, so we're going to be using the 4-finger G, then the C add 9 where we bring our fingers over one more, thumb on the big E so we didn't hear that, and then a D suspended 4, which means I take these two fingers off, and then I'm going to move this one over to basically get a D sus 4, D suspended 4. And then there's an E minor. And that's all the chords that we have in the tune. So pretty easy from that perspective. The singing tempo and pace is a little bit tough, and I'm sure I didn't get that perfect. Luke Bryan's a whole bunch better than me. But I think we got the gist of it here. Okay, so the intro, we start with that 4-finger G. A few strums, and then we're going to get a C add 9. Then to that D, suspended 4. Back into a C add 9. And the G to start the verse. G. When I got the news today. Back to that C add 9. I didn't know what to say. Now the D. Sus 4. So I just hung up the phone. Back to that C add 9. Now we go back to a G. I took a walk to clear my head, back to the C add 9. And this is where the walking led, back to that D. Suspended 4. I can't believe you're really gone, back to the C add 9. And then we kind of do one strum and kind of stop. I don't feel like going home, so now we're in the chorus. So I'm gonna G, sit right here, D, sus4, on the edge of this pier, and then E minor, and watch the sun set, and then we go to that C add 9, disappear, and then he goes to a G and brings the voice up, drags that disappear way up, disappear, with the G right there. That's the part I just can't quite get. And then we're gonna pause. We're gonna hit the D, suspended 4, and drink a beer, back to the G, C add 9, D suspended 4, back to the C add 9, and then we're gonna start the second verse exactly the same. I'm going to start and then with that G. Honey, how'd the good ones go? Back to the C add 9. Too soon, but the good Lord knows. D. The reasons why, I guess. C add 9. Back to a G. Sometimes a greater plan. C add 9. It's kind of hard to understand. D. Right now it don't make much sense. Back to the C add 9. Can't make it all make sense, so I'm gonna, and then back to the chorus. And then after we do the chorus, then we have this bridge. We're coming off of a G chord. So, see it that long, my friend, D until we E minor, meet D, meet again, C, add 9 again, then a G, I'll re, C add 9, remember, now back to the D, U, and all the E minor, times D, that we used to, and then we're back to the chorus, and then at the end, the outro, you're back to just repeating the G and the C add 9. We're going to end up on that G. So the pace is quite slow. You could get by almost with single strums. When I got the news today, I didn't know what to say, or really slow strum. When I got the news today, didn't know what to say. So I just hung up the phone. So I'm just kind of individually picking just a few strings, kind of what I call my sloppy picking. It makes it sound better than just straight strum. But you can start with that, and then get a little bit of that in there to move on up. Not a fancy pattern that's perfect, just something to kind of add a little bit more spice to it. And as you mature, you get better. And I'm not sure if there's a picking pattern even in this particular song. Okay, so fairly slow pace. The chords are not horrible. They're basically all the open chords. We don't have any bar chords, so that all helps. Drink a Beer by Luke Bryan, 2013. It's a good song. It's a nice slow pace, so it's a good singer song, no question about that. So I hope you got something out of this lesson. Take it easy, and we'll check you next time.